Welcome back to Stress and You, managing stress and our mental and physical health. I wanted to share with you this great example I learned about the brain and emotional regulation. It is practiced by Dr. Dan Siegel, who studies brain science, and he's come up with this easy model to show you how the brain works, and he calls it hand brain. So this is your brain, and this is your brain stem. So this is your frontal cortex, and this is where all your thinking happens, when you're in your wise and reasonable mind, when you're aware of your surroundings. You've probably heard the expression flip your lid. When we flip our lid, we're actually in our emotional mind, and this little guy here is the amygdala, which actually enlarges when we get stressed out, and it throws us into fight or flight. And so to actually get this lid to come back down, it takes a good 20 minutes of self-soothing. And so I want you to keep this in mind as we keep talking, because when your lid is flipped, it's actually equivalent to a bear chasing you in the forest. As many of you know, I teach people that our uncomfortable emotions are not only here to stay, but in fact, we need them because they're here to help us and not hurt us. I know it sounds absolutely ridiculous, but let me explain. We're going to take anxiety, for example. Anxiety is not only mental and emotional, it's also a physical problem. Let me tell you how it's here to help you and not hurt you. It's your emotional alarm that signals that there's something wrong and it needs to be addressed. So again, think of Dr. Dan Siegel's hand brain. When we are filtering our emotions, we're doing that thousands of times a day. So if you are someone who overthinks and worries, you may have a few extra thoughts than the average person. We've got this major nerve called the vagal nerve, and that is connected from the base of your brain all the way down your spine, and it's attached to all of our organs. This nerve does not like to be disturbed, and when it's stressed out, it will signal to the brain and the body that there's something wrong. Your stomach aches, your heart races, your throat tightens, all the signs that your stress is through the roof. You've passed that threshold and the alarms have been set off. When we are feeling overwhelmed, our lid flips, our brain and our body cannot tell the difference if you're stressed out because you lost your job or that bear is chasing you in the forest. So after this, I want you to take a minute and ask yourself, how are you managing your stress and how often are you flipping your lid? Join me next time when we talk about self-care.